is the most watched platform on the planet right now. Now, quick. There's a very interesting story I want us to look at. Now, near to Kromha, near to her, and Sam George, Eco C, NPP, and NDC4 vetting committee. Sam George, at the end of the day, excelled. Ghana for who say John Dramani Mahama or Sam George say Ombeye communications minister no John Mahama did not make a mistake. Now near to Kromha and omoko parliamentar omoko akwaji Sam George atum se on the year communications minister no yehu sa akwa we ya ohu MPP fo so bojim say he Afenyo Markins president no pay you wa hwehwe MPP mo hu se mo agimi and when we say Mumubunu do on monkin kind, Moyan Quasia ma obey you sumo. Near Ghana and Afenyo Markins Begina Parliament to catch the Ghana for say or Pokron and Sa every Ayadian, the endorsement of Ayadian, Sam George, and that Sam George na Yaben minister no on in Ponchino Mudinichino, Omo, the Omaho Monsa. They have nothing to do with it. And that comedy didn't it happen in Parliament? So I thought to say, as we speak, Sam George as the communications minister, the NPP in Parliament as a political party, they don't recognize him as a minister. Anamebwa. That is what every rational, intelligent human being diabehu. Okay, yes, say akwa we the engineering tum ya ohre yansa. John Mahama didn't ma ye peno ye de endorsing am endorsing the engine tum. Yen say or a minister, we don't see him as a minister. Until the moment Obeka Sano, then it means say Sam George Jumedibia Odibiano. Uni who kwasa or kwasia bebus and question if you say wedding car who sa. Et to say wawoba now after Obana Befi, no I catch and say my poor Bramau. My hogrum and say through Brown. My poor Bramau. Intadia Bechina Bakona Mema do Egunusua. So I put a Bramano. It is a uchum, Nasa or Nicobna Taradaho, near body to Nitisha got him to serve him lady. Nitisha got him near bonny doggy, pepper and tea, no come me. Overcome now banner yet Nitise, yet a pim a dying. I yet entuma ashe a impechi. Said a bear and padding yet the day. Nay, the Nitise, a queer pocky, yet a tarempa, nay a body to no come me because of pepper. So was up on the Brahmano. It is a weapon of Brahmana. Adentina sa akorano or botu to Maryland, the awubaj krata how. And they are sorry, Afenyo Markins say, I want the Minister of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations to brief us on the steps government is taking to resource GBC. Kwasi ampenyi na ose ono o endorse Sam George no. Kwasi ampenyi na ose oma hohoro monsa endorsement no mo nka ho. The Sam George baby ano, they don't have nothing to do with it. Sa kwasi we gina parliament eyi nso hohoro ne nsa no. Kwasi we sa ka kire se Sam George mbrambe ma ne answer. Also we kwasi. Me ka kire mo say Afenyo Markins we Jimmy o 43 years today. We hu se mo party mo Jimmy. Onim se mo mududu no mo Jimmy. Oba wapono the power endorse no. Why do you need answers from him? We are kwasia. And you see, the reason why we don't allow these people, or we always step on their neck and they say we need to let them understand. They say omuye MPs keke omu nim nyansa nche obia. Tell me kwasia mpe you parliament ASR concert MPP the 87 pigs no gune chino yes I was telling myself that this guy is a fucking idiot. He is basically leading this group of sheep into a ditch. They are so stupid, they don't know that the actions of Afenyo Markins, it is denigrating and it's also making the NPP unattractive to even the so-called neutrals. Into the guy's foolishness and drama now, one, he cannot stop any endorsement in Parliament. Afenyo Markins bet to me, Ari, Koto Ewo Ghana, on to me stop anything in Parliament. So John Mahama and there, okay, so be a better 6 months for Ghana, on to me be beyond from Parliament. It will happen. So when the NPP were following this crackhead, this Kasongo 99, this criminal, This thief who has stolen Winnie Bafuasa for 99 years. This guy. I was shocked. I was like, na party no enyansafo ni mu biema na. But I'm not surprised because Madam Patricia Appiagyei na medwin say dwini woni timo nim nyansa. And wa ma akwara we. Akwara kitikiti kronfo we di party nim e wo parliament. And na wo ma me panyina wo tuafu dwene. O sorry na wabobon tomashe wonufu ase e di nkuto afa ho. Abo wuti abetena parliament na small boy Jimmy fo we ya te party ne enwo no awurani a onim ne kurom ntene kasa ama kwase we abegina party nim e twetwem te se ndompe na kwase we gina parliament e hohoro ne nsa efutu PDD obi a otumi esuma obi se obi mba yankofa omo na onsan defend omo kromfo we na Appiagyei mo tete ho na Jimmy ni we hohoro ne nsa ade akyen a nipa na wapo de brahman na wontumi endorse no o ka kire ne say ombra na ombema wo answer ombema onni answer na say wo si answer. I thought Sam George was only endorsed by the NDC, so it's only the NDC that has the right to call Sam George for questioning. Anamebwa, I thought Sam George was only endorsed by the NDC, so why is the MPP led by a pig now bringing Sam George back? I thought people didn't want to have anything to do with him. They be a catch the Ghana for, me catch the MPP for, until you change your ways, your leadership, the way they think. This a futu PDD. At the end of the day, a pedophile, defender. Way, okwaji obi yere ema nipa no nua akofa obi ba emo defending Afenyo Markins. A pedophile defender. A futu PDD way baby oil asra na ho a ode nam Ghana ne ho nyenya we no. Wasem mo part na mudi mu Jimmy di nechi. Why is he calling Sam George to come? He has no principles. This guy is so foolish. He acts on impulse. He is not able to think through issues. And you see, what Dinka Tina say, analyze the party, no, we weigh on level of intelligence. We weigh on when we say, Omo Jimmy. We weigh when we say, Omo base no any nyansa. We weigh when we say, Omo yesa nkramai. So what he does, and then they say, he always touch, or touch on nerves. Yeah, we don't understand. We don't want to do this. No, Jimmy. Yeah, party no, Jimmy. Where Johnson and Johnson MPO, baby oil jarred the throne says stram. No, dear chiri. No, don't question my boat to attraction. Where Johnson and Johnson MP, where Johnson and Johnson minority leader, where PDD, a foot to PDD. Or no, to obi yere, no asama nipa no awaje na yere no, nema, osa tata nema, way. Such a filthy ingrate way. And a moto so na party. Party amose ya sante for party. Party amuna amose, muna nanom na teye. Na mama kwasi ampe yiwe onim nechi. Abeje party na boso keka kwasi asem. On to me stop it akoko fro in parliament. Way, Johnson and Johnson minority leader way. Baby oil garden ne ma efutu PDD. Sakwa we or the mube ye juma or the mube jiska or the mube building a career or who say Jimmy your base is so weak. Efutu PDD nim said the NPP base now utia somewhere are you not surprised? Because enya Afenyo we an say yes Sam George there and these MPP4 they have nothing to do with him. Now buza the question on your day. Into Sam George Mbema answer now for your day. So endorse no. You don't recognize him as a minister. Kwasia. Now idea. So somewhere very before I go on that I go to that Paris issue. ECG in 6 years from 2018 to 2023 made a cumulative loss of 23.4 billion. Now, sometimes when these things come up, maybe somebody Ghana for young people, me no kasi me. Says anyoma we babon tenamuhu the scandals na government no air reacted to her. Obi say and this for more than 50 days wa bemu adana munchi obia adana mamichiro bibi. On say right now you have seen series of pickups and I say ye chinkofo ye inviting kofo eba the police and I say NIB. Now let me tell you one thing. So your investigations, this is what is going to happen. When you do investigations, the oral team, the NIB, the national security, they have a lot on people in Ghana. Make MPP for we my boy Chrono. They have a lot. If you make Johnny, guy we are friend Kingsley Ajiman. Akwara no was scholarship secretariat no way. A certain MP will free Ghana 3 weeks on buy a bet channel. Kingsley Ajiman. Let me state this. Kingsley Ajiman, a sitting member of parliament, on a former boss of national service, national scholarship secretariat. Sakwana wo wie sika na ofri achim for hini bi no ebuakwa hini na ne se gold o se copper e hye sim na oto di nsem hunu no sa akwana na oye scholarship okobo kro no ambebete ne to no oye sitting MPO we free Ghana 3 weeks ni omba fie busa won sa adentra a whole sitting MPO bi a yato abama no Kingsley Ajiman Abuakwa North ananya ho no oye MP Abuakwa North ai me no ka say we free Ghana by 3 weeks ni omba fie oye sitting MP mumuza so o abrochire ye den osuro so be ko jail MP no wapo MP na maye no wakotena odwane akotena abrochire mo amowo Kingsley Ajiman no constituency mumusa ne so wen we jai MP na to ene wakotena abrochire adetia we di national service sika scholarship sika into oya MP no osuro so be fie into as we sit here by 3 weeks wagidi and leave ye wu be onam Kingsley Ajiman ewiwe ya let's get me his picture. Kingsley Ajiman onena obedi attachia na the tise boat unim boat ai bongris attachia the tise kwa champagne nim tum se bidi ase ofri one of the kronfo we be share ho Kingsley Ajiman me no ka say a certain MP we took 3 weeks on ba fie wato wurem. Now I want to tell Ghanaians something. A lot of investigations also. Now when you do investigations, now we are the person who investigating. No, thank you very much, team. This is the Kingsley Ajiman guy. Akwawi. I'm in fan chiremo. Mumbusan is always. Osloso beko jail. Akwashe. So ashe Morocco. So ashe Tunisia. Or yabachinaba. Akwawi. Ebuakwa North. Aye. Akwawi. Mumbusan is always. Ne constituency of Mumbusan is always. Akwawi. E ribia ne nse. Ose o tukwa akwa brochira banansen ya yente ne nka biem. We jai Ebuakwa North ne siwo we dwane. This guy. Mumbusan the constituency for Owen. Kingsley Ajiman. Where is Kingsley Ajiman? Now I want to break something down to Ghana for governance. Very complex. And when it comes to political prosecution, political prosecution, it is very complex. You need to be very tactical because politicians, they before they commit the crime, they look for loopholes. And majority of MPP young boys are they all wanted to enter parliament. Oh, you did not a parliament. Oh, will be to say Jefferson Saki no parliament. Akosua men say a bini, no also parliament. Oh, sir, Ekwewusi, Charles Bisiu. They all wanted to enter parliament because they know the crimes they had committed. Now, when it comes to prosecuting people, you need to be tactical about it. You don't have to be emotional about it. And he said, Okasawakuma Banti, Metuwe. No, you need to be tactical. Send your bear, Uso Bitejima, Usonmua, Anson Jan Hononais or Nitiati. Now, a lot of investigations have gone on. It is Obetia, Obetia Freeway, Waba, Yachinatum, Yamani Bill. Now, what you need to do as a prosecutor is that after you do your investigations, you need to invite that person or you go search for a warrant and arrest the person. Now, you cannot prosecute without the statement of the offender. See me? You cannot prosecute anybody without taking a statement from Nipana Odi Boneno. So, as a prosecutor, your first thing you need to do is say, when you get your facts right, when you get your evidence right, the next thing you do is that now you go for an arrest. When you arrest, then you take statement from the person. Nipani statement no be so e prosecuting. Because without the statement from the person, what are you prosecuting? Into your investigations. Oh, Kingsley Ajiman. Oh, that scholarship secretariat where we ska. Say me chew and then I'm say me were allegations against you. and I say, me case against you, you need to also write to defend yourself. Because with statement, and you could quarter, would better than would bet you either you call a lawyer or you yourself, you write your statement. When you see the Attorney General's office acting slowly, when you see the NIB office acting slowly, and now the oral team and the intelligence committee institutions acting carefully, they are making sure, say, before they come after you, they have enough, and then you have to write a statement. Because the moment you write a statement, then they can prosecute. It will just say afro by NIB. Now say you're releasing now the statement now what you know and on the abesha when they prosecute too. Into the invitation the baby. So nobody should panic and say and this yaba she see. No, you need to build your case. You need to bring those people in. They need to put their statement on record. Then you prosecute based on their response. Because so our more response when to me a statement you cannot prosecute. That person needs to also have fair hearing. So a person man a lawyer mra as we are 2000 yene auditor general's attorney general's office documents say sika we are yeni wo bibi ka ho ana I'm wo bibi ka manfa we dey fam nsem manfa we omutom we a what sign yours and the yanko court na ko chire mu court na judge na entie wasa no entie masa na hwe nipa obokro no. So when you see them inviting people, it means there are lots and lots of cases. Let me tell you, there are hundreds of cases that the Attorney General's office is overwhelmed. So many cases. You need to be tactical about the way you go by these things. You need to be careful and tactical about the way you go by these things. You cannot just get up and say, my prosecute. You need to have your evidence. And it's a and that's how we invite the statement, and no, we so the prosecute. It would say the Attorney General, the investigating department, and now the Special Prosecutor's Office, they need your statement. Your statement, remember, the green light to prosecute. You cannot go prosecute somebody without a person having a statement on record. You can't. These are the criminals in the system. Mumusa ayede ebuakwa noto se de niem for se Kingsley Ajiman owahi. Now, invitations really bebre Nana B say oyewi Nana B say I inviting Nana B amensuro ye be inviting Nana B. Yeah. Nana B will be invited. Kojo Fosun Kansa will be invited. Now, Mustafa Hamid owahi abe watwen kwan waton wure watenenka. No. Mustafa Hamid say ombo krono say a statement. Udru court no akwachire court say ombo krono. Here as we speak. Oh, guy near friend Gideon Boakye. Akwadoko Parliament. Let me tell you something. The nasty part of Gideon Boakye kwasi ade oye say. Do you know say Gideon Boakye now is moving around? Na yiri ye adwuma Bank of Ghana. Today Gideon Boakye is going to Bank of Ghana telling the leadership number one say they should not transfer his wife. And me omubusa say why? Because already na yiri. And na me busa Gideon Boakye say wo ma me transfer wo yiri free Bank of Ghana. Na omo muti sirem na omo ye adwuma Bank of Ghana omo ye moa kwasia. Gideon Boakye's wife, I'll bring her picture here for you to see. One corrupt lady at the Bank of Ghana. Gideon Boakye, Baomia Edna Uwe Sikadeko Parliament. Today, he's going to Bank of Ghana back and forth, telling them, say he's begging them, don't transfer my wife. Kwasia, no, Bank of Ghana, no. Omo moa. Omo muti bikroma yodo, Central Region. Eye Juma Bank of Ghana, omo moa. Omo muti takrade, omo ti Ghana na omo Juma Bank of Ghana, no. Omo ya moa. O yire no ti Bank of Ghana, papa dia. And a foolish fool like Gideon Boakye can go to Bank of Ghana and say, please don't transfer my wife. Oyere kwasiampe ono ochangana. They should not transfer your wife, but they should transfer somebody's wife. The audacity for these fools. And I'm sitting here, measure. Gideon Boakye's wife needs to be transferred. They need to kick her out of Bank of Ghana. I'll bring her picture. I'll bring her record. She's not supposed to be at the Bank of Ghana. Why is she at the Bank of Ghana? Those were the people who enabled the printing of monies. Gideon Boakye. Those were the criminals. Ochina meden picture baba to habo bie hu no. Ewifo na modwen se mobet me wiaya ko bi se Yesu beba. Kwasi aba oti Bank of Ghana adisra na no a di kwasi asem no. She did not resign. She sat in there, took all the money and gave you Gideon Boakye to go to Parliament. Kwasia. Na obi yire na enko srem. Obi yire na enko boase. obi yire na nkwa asankrigwa aboofunu wo na wo yire senkran meboa mo na mo bodam na ma me dwedwam nkyira mo. This issue was about the ECG. It's another make a Ghana for say when you see the damage ECG the damage under Napo, the damage under omo head ECG. Sir Dubik Mahama, that chain smoker, in a space of about 7 years. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Sanko Fuwe Eboka 23.4 billion. Right now, no Odeba dollars ma $1.5 billion. Now you ask yourself, say, now into Mutina office, where your audited report, Mutina office. Now, where you say, I'm mismanaging. And then in a few months, because you have to say to parliament in TV, so catch say you want to advise the government to do what? Lots and lots of people will be invited to Yoko, to BNI, to Attorney General's office. So many of them, Kabieni Ghana, Dubik Mahama, the former ECG boss, Onibi wa Ghana. Sabueno, Otumiko did a holiday, Ewo Portugal. Omutumito cigar every UK. Nom they are called Portugal. Dubik Mahama mo omutumito na sandbox normal order pizza every UK. Dubik Mahama. Sa boy na olidi ECG no. Omuna one baomia team Godfred Gideon sa Gideon na bebo didi no. Gideon Boakye one akwana mo friend Alolo no. Omuna omude Haptel deal ne baye. ECG Hoptel. Sa ECG credits na prepaid no. Sa Gideon Boakye no on Dubik Mahama mono any Hoptel for no omo link it up. Almost $1.6 billion ayira.